He could face prosecution. The LAPD has launched an investigation, and now this daredevil who did an unbelievable stunt in those buildings right behind me, he's concerned that he could be arrested soon.
I'm wearing a mask because there's an active investigation on me right now, and there are police officers right behind me who will definitely arrest me if they see my face.
This stuntman, better known as Reckless Ben Schneider, is wanted for trespassing.
So I'm between the two abandoned graffiti towers in downtown LA.
On May 12th, the daredevil and his friends broke into Ocean White Plaza in downtown LA. The abandoned skyscrapers dubbed the graffiti towers.
I'm gonna try and walk from one roof to the other. Hopefully I make it across and don't die.
The YouTuber from Ohio and his team set up two 1-inch nylon straps between the two buildings, 500 feet up in the air. It's a slack line, which Ben says is more difficult to walk on than a tightrope.
That's kind of the thing too, is we want to show that, like, okay, a tightrope, it's like, it's stiff, you know, and you have a balancing pole, like you have assistance, you know, but you're not always going to get assistance when like challenges come up in life, you know, so that's why we use the slack line instead. It's wobbly, which is way harder to balance on, especially when you get nervous and you start shaking and don't fall, don't fall. But I do lots of crazy stunts all the time.
Well, do you ever get nervous?
Yeah, well, that's the whole like message, you know, it's like you're supposed to get nervous and you do things that push yourself, your comfort zone. That's how you like grow as a person, you know.
A performance artist who delivers life lessons. That's how Ben describes himself.
Me walking the slack line from like one side to the other, I think there's a lot of metaphors in it, and because you can say like life is like a line, you know, and there's tension in the line. There's also flexibility in it, you know, just like life is. And you have to walk from one side to the other without falling over or else you die, you know, and that's just like life.
Ben walked the 95-foot slack line in about 2.5 minutes. He was wearing a harness and carrying a 360-degree action camera on a stick.
Oh, I made it. Oh my God.
And even though Ben says he now walks around in public with a mask to protect his identity from police, he says the adventure was definitely worth it.
The risk was, okay, this is very dangerous, but the reward is like infinite. Like now my life is awesome and I feel fulfilled now.
I don't know. To me, it seems a little bit too crazy, but Ben says he's not done. He has one more surprise at the very same location, so it'll be interesting to see if he can bypass security a second time. Christine, Alex?
God, I don't know if interesting is the word for it. Gina, he had a harness, though, of sorts?
He did have a harness, yes, and so if he, you know, slipped, that would have protected him. But come on, you're 500 feet in the air. Like, who wants to risk that, right? Yeah, he's a little crazy, in my opinion.
To each their own. It was very cool video and quite the duck hat.
I don't know if cool's the word.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Gina.